Okay, almost 7 in the morning. It's really, really early. I don't really know what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling like a fatigue, I guess. I didn't get as much sleep as I normally do, but also it's like exciting because it's a home stretch and finals and stuff. It's a home stretch and kind of getting ready for everything. Last week I skipped chest, so I'm wanting to hit chest this morning. I'm feeling a little less like energy dense. I need to get some water, some different things in my system, but getting ready for the morning this morning, it kind of was it was a little more straightforward because it was like, yeah, I just need to reset everything. I just need that mental freshness of a good chest day. And I mean, chest days, they normally start on Mondays anyways, so it feels like the natural progression of it. Trying to brush my teeth, trying to get everything set. Threw on glasses today, threw on just like an easy pullover, and looking to really just kind of pump up everything before a light breakfast and getting into studying and stuff. I have a lot docked up on like the study bracket today, but I wanted to push some YouTube stuff forward soon, so that's kind of like kind of want to work on the next script as soon as possible. Get stuff started early. But yeah, there's not a lot of energy left in the tank, but I'm hoping once I get everything moving and once I get to the gym, like everything will be so much more active than before. So yeah, let's cut to the gym. Wow, a little bit past 7:15ish, maybe. I don't know. I didn't exactly check the clock, but we're at the gym. A little bit more energy is flowing through me, albeit I'm still a little bit sluggish, a little bit lethargic. But to start off, it's nothing huge and crazy, which is, a little bit reassuring. We got 47 and a half for 12 on tricep. It's not extensions, is it? I literally forgot what the name of it was. That's how you know I'm really, really tired today. But that's okay. Coming off the weekend, you can get a little tired. Make sure things are slowed on this. Make sure I'm really feeling the triceps. And yeah, let's see it. Okay. Good slowed and controlled reps. I can feel everything starting to pump up. Some blood starting to rush. Let's get me a little more active. Okay. Second set. Trying to wake up a little more, build up my muscle connection. I don't know why today's such a sleepy day. This might just be the sleepy workout, but I'm wanting to, I don't know, I'm wanting to weight increase next workout because I feel like I've been at 45 and a half for a little bit. But I'm like doing really good slow controlled reps with it, so I haven't felt the need to increase these last couple workouts because I've been so happy with my progress with it. I've been so happy with what I've been redefining, but I need to introduce that progressive overload sooner rather than later. Okay. Definitely though, as the weight increases, it's harder to like throw it to the side and really control it moving it up, but that's part of the fun. Pulling up and showing, oh, hey, I can do a lot of weight with this. All right. Last little set of this. I felt like the isolation I got on my triceps last time was really good, so I'm working on that same isolation now, just really trying to push my arms up to the maximum. Okay, good tricep work, good tricep work. Definitely predicates good work on bench. Okay, so bench also features, well, I mean, last part didn't feature any weight increase, but bench is the thing today that features an increase because we went from 145 to 150, slightly adding 2.5s, but making sure we can hit a little bit more for our pause reps. I haven't done pause reps in a little bit, so I'm glad to get back to working with those, but yeah. So for those of you who don't know, the pause reps are just holding for the bottom at 2 and then pushing off to train that explosiveness and get me used to more control with bench. It's pretty straightforward, but weight increase, it does make things a bit more complicated, so gonna definitely take time to set myself and breathe in. Less explosiveness. And there it is on 145, which, maybe that's an obvious conclusion, but still managed it and still was pretty happy with my performance. Second set, give myself a little more time to breathe with this. Kind of set my core a little bit better than I did before, and I don't know, I felt like my breathing was good, but there's still a lot of room for improvement with it, so that's what I'm looking towards. This set is, where can I improve? Where can I match more ability to get increased performance on this? Okay, wasn't sure about the explosiveness towards those ladder reps, but hey, I'm training the Q better. The Q's getting just better and better the more I do this. Third set, pretty much looking for a clockwork. It's not like anything changes because my breathing and stuff was really good last set, so I don't really have any reservations or worries about anything this set. Okay, 6 sets on that. I want to go for just one more rep with this, maybe 2. Okay, 7 reps is a good limit for that. I mean, it just sets up like 6 or 7 reps next set, and then I can just move forward from there with 150. You know, pretty equal, but also still pushing what I did last time. Okay, 7 more. 7 more. Pretty simple. It's also about breathing, but I don't know. Everything I've said before kind of still applies. Nothing much really changes with this. Really, it'll be like the more change set to set is when it gets to heavier squats, which I still have a little bit in the week before I encounter those. But with pause reps, it's kind of just like just gauging how much endurance you have left, because you're just training up your arms more than anything. It's not even like a chest thing. It's just like getting your body used to like holding deep stretches. It's getting your body like, oh, hey, this is bench. And it's toning that cue if once you get to the bottom, explode up, which gets even heavier when you don't have pause reps included. Okay, a good little 7. Not sure how my left hand or my left arm fared during that last little bit, but I'll take it. I have a lot of footage to review after the workout, that's for sure. All right, cable chest flies. Still got a bit to work on with this one, but you know, normally I do shrugs in between everything, but this time, just straight up doing chest to chest. It's probably not the greatest idea, but you know what? We're gonna test it. We're gonna see how much that fatigue really stops me, or how much of it is mental. Spoiler alert: it's probably mostly mental. I mean, chest is a really mental muscle if you think about it. It's really all about more willpower than strength. Now, obviously, if your arms are noodles, if you're already pre-taxed from a bunch of stuff, yes, your weight goes down, but attacking chest exercises, a lot of it is strain. You can get good form as long as you're keeping mindful of it, but it's really like, how much of this good form can I get without like being deterred, without meeting a rep head on and being like, oh, I don't know if I can get this. Because the second you start thinking about that, well, obviously you're not going to get it. You know, the reason I get so wary on chest exercises is because in the past I've been like, oh, it's all mental, it's all mental. And I do no spot, I keep clips on, I do stuff like that, and then I try to go for more reps than I can handle. More reps than my body can handle. My mind can handle like all the reps in the world. My body, it needs some catching up. It needs some catching up. But if you can push through that mental and have safeguards in place, you can really, really perform well with chest exercises. And I've been able to handle this for a while, so we want clean reps today. We want really good clean reps of really working that lower chest out. So let's see it. Okay. Whew. Definitely doing it right after bench makes you feel a lot more tense. Makes you feel a lot more like pins and needles in your chest. But I like that. That was good. Second set, gotta switch which leg pops out forward, but that's basically the only difference. I kind of alternate legs on this exercise, which leg, because you have to stand at like a staggered stance in order to keep your balance. But I changed which leg goes in front recently because I feel like, you know, when one leg's out forward, you're kind of pulling more into that lower chest. So you kind of get different emphases on, is emphases a word? Emphases? Probably emphases. You probably get, maybe it's just emphasis. You get different emphasis on which one of your chest muscles is getting worked out the most. So if you kind of alternate your feet and change what you start next workout, like I'm starting this workout, left foot first, right foot, left foot. The next time I can go right foot, right foot. And then over time, it just balances out which one's getting the most strength. Now, are there better exercises to do targeting lower chest? Obviously. That's why I incorporate dips, because dips is like a tricep and lower chest thing. But, you know, at the same time, I've been liking this one for a while. But if I was to redo my plan, add a plan redux, that might be one of the first things I change, is like getting something that's really, really potent on the lower chest more so than this is. But you can't deny flies let you feel a little bit more powerful, because it's like, I mean, it's just Captain America pulling the helicopter and the I guess it's the tower that's falling over together. You're just like, you're really straining every muscle group, and that makes you feel powerful sometimes. So, second set. Takes a lot of air. Takes a lot of air to push through chest flies, but still, again, a good set. You know, back to back. My side of this. Hold my core as much as possible. Suck in as much air as possible. You're definitely hitting chest fatigue when you're doing stuff back to back like this, but you know, maybe that's just part of the strain. Maybe going after fatigue is good. I mean, I've seen videos of different bodybuilders and weightlifters and stuff saying like, you know, sometimes it's good to get pre-fatigued with stuff. Sometimes it's good to train forearms before a lift because it's having your forearms push that much more on every other exercise you're doing. Some things I've seen, it's like it's good to train your chest at the beginning of the workout, get it pre-fatigued, and then do other chest exercises because it's just stimulating that growth. I don't know how true that is, if that's more gym bro science than actual fact, but you know, maybe there's something to it, because obviously a lot more bigger guys than me exist out there. But you know, that's not really the point of why we're here. We're not here to have an ego contest or to really like get as huge as possible. We're just here to like really tone everything, body build and sculpt, but like it's not trying to add so much unbelievable muscle that you walk around just mass monster. It's you know, steady natural progress. Steady natural progress, it's not gonna get you buff beyond belief, but it's gonna get you pretty shredded. So let's get shredded. 2 more. Okay, lower chest is dead. That means it's definitely time to transition back to shrugs and give it a break for a second. Getting into shrugs. It's getting a little heavy, but I still got a little while with this workout. I'm just gonna plague as much trap work as I possibly can. Almost slipping from my grip, but man, shrug work is crazy. With shrugs, I mean, first set was handled relatively well, but at the same time, I'm wanting to make sure I go, I don't know, I control the heaviness. Like, even if I can manage the heaviness, I want to make sure I'm like getting full like strain and stretch all the way at the very top. And like, I don't necessarily know if I have that yet with 75, which means like there's a lot of room for improvement. So I'm wanting to really make sure with 75s I can, I don't know, I can just really feel it out, because that's where I've seen the most like trap growth, is when I feel things out. It's not necessarily like doing it, it's the act of like actually feeling and idealizing the stretch that actually makes, you know, traps for the most part grow, because traps are like this muscle where once you feel it, you know how to engage it. Like, it's just always there. So I'm wanting to hone that type of engaged, like always identified growth, if that makes sense. So second set, 10 reps per the usual. For some reason with these heavier dumbbells, they slide to the front of my hand, so it's weird trying to pull them, but still felt that growth. Still feeling really good with these. I'm gonna keep that up. Okay, generous little rest period in between everything, but now we're gonna go ahead and the last set. What is that on my, oh, it's a part of my zip up. I was worried I had like a bunch of crap on it. I definitely need to get some dandruff shampoo though, because I've had some flakes, but I've had some flakes kind of pervasively getting around my clothes and stuff. I don't know why. I definitely need to iron that out. But I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting really sidetracked. I need to get more locked in with my muscles. Really hone out these traps. Feeling it slam, feeling it hit the ground. That was my best set yet. It's weird that third set was my best set, but continuing off of that was great. Okay, really, really ready to feel this rep out. I haven't had this full section available to me as much lately, so I'm very excited and very ready to be getting 50 for 12 per the usual. We have a weight increase next workout, so that's why per the usual isn't necessarily going to stay that way forever, but really honing the control of upper chest, really showcasing like, hey, I got it with these dumbbells. I got this, guys. That's what we're here for today. Okay. Good breathing on that one. Good setup. Whoa. Almost slipped on the weight. That was embarrassing. Yeah, good first set. Try to keep it up towards the next ladder ones. Really tone it. Really feel it. Incline bench is all about isolation. Your chest is built up into 3 muscles. It's something we've talked about on the channel before. It's something we've had in like community polls. It's something we've talked about in other chest days. But upper, middle, lower. You know, you're wanting to tone all 3 of those, and they're a massive volume of your physique. So really training chest, it's why people like it a lot, is because, you know, it's not as dense or huge as legs. It's not as soul crushing and endurance straining as that. But working out your chest, like those fibers, the crunch and the like muscle density and the pump that you feel entering through the chest, that's why people are like super into training chest, and they're like, nah, no leg days, I think I'm gonna hit another chest day. It's because you feel it unlike anything else. And doing movements like this is purely isolating that upper chest. You know, it's helping shoulders a little bit, it's helping your body get primed for other parts of like bench and other ways to handle the strain, but primarily we're working on that upper fiber. That's, you know, this upper part. When you're wanting to do flat bench and stuff, it's working your whole chest, but it's working mainly your middle chest. But like, let's throw that to the side for a second to say that we want our whole chest to be working in tandem with each other when we're doing movements like flat bench. So when you're doing stuff like incline dumbbell, it's primarily getting that isolation. It's primarily working these parts to contribute to a whole. And so that's why I'm training this. Just a little side tangent lesson to get you understanding why everything's working in tandem with each other, why we're doing upper, middle, and lower, and why I'm stressing why the other 2 are so important for middle. It's because all parts contribute to a whole. Okay. That one drained me a little bit more than before, but still like super good control on that. Very confident in moving up next workout. One more set of incline. Stressing the same things as before and focusing more on the breathing this time. Just trying to make sure, you know, everything's working in tandem like before. Everything's working in control on this one, because if I'm wanting to increase in weight next time, I gotta make sure everything's completely ironed out on this one. So we want, you know, I don't want to say perfect, but at the same time, yes, a perfect set, a perfect third set, because last sets can kind of reveal those hidden weaknesses that you don't necessarily think about when you first go into them. But I'm confident in this. I've been doing this for a while. I've done more than 50s in the past. I just really wanted to tone these and make sure these were good before I made a leap up to 55, because I've done 55. I mean, I've done freaking 65s in the past. Were they good reps? Were they 12 complete reps? Absolutely not. But that's besides the point. We're not thinking about those times. We're thinking about the good times now. My arms are getting a little fatigued, but we're only one rep off of it, so one more rep, one more rep. Okay. See what I mean about revealing hidden little things? I wouldn't think that my arm would stress out like that, but it did a little bit. So all we need is one more conclusive part of the movement, and then we're done. Well, consistent viewers are used to seeing me in the bomb vest of a weighted vest, but new people might be a little turned off, but that's okay. For any of you new people, this is what we do: weighted dips. Weighted dips with these little pockets filled with sand on this weighted vest helps increase it a little bit instead of like precariously balancing a dumbbell between my legs, letting it fall sometimes, putting more of my effort into balancing that than the actual movement. That's why we wear a vest. That's why I've been wearing a vest lately on videos. And I'm continuing the trend. We got, last time we did 11, I'm pretty gassed, so 11 might be far off, but the goal is 11, 10, and then 9, because last time I did 11, 10, and 10, because last time I did 11, 10, and 9. I want to get 10 for both of those last sets, but we'll see. We'll see how much energy I have left, how much can be pushed out of me. Two more. Whew. Very hard pushing, but it's good performance for a first set. I like it. Second set, kind of a medium rest period. I don't even know what. The fatigue from earlier this morning when I had my morning voice on and I was all sleepy talking is kind of starting to sink in a little bit, so for the rest of this set, not for the rest of this set, for the rest of this workout, it's really just trying to squeeze every last drop of effort and muscle I have. The willpower's fading a little bit. The motivation, it's not really as there as it is later on during the days on different movements. How it was on leg day the other day, even when I was having a bad day, like the motivation to hit a great leg day was there. Right now, with dips, it's like, dips, really? Come on. Are you serious right now? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like internally. But 10 good, solid, hard reps, even when you don't want to do things, sometimes it's there. The potential's there. So it's yours to take. It's yours to know what to do with. It's yours to challenge. Okay, 9 reps. Can we get a 10th one? Get one solid good 10th one. Let's go. That's what we want. It's really what we want right there. Try to replicate that for last set, and I'll be a happy camper. Okay, one final set of this. Working for 10 reps is kind of the goal. You know, I've noticed I kind of pause around the 6th rep. That's when I kind of lose steam of like the OG reps that I perform. So I'm wanting to like really break past that 6th barrier. At least maybe today the barrier is 6, but you know, next workout I want to make it like either 7 or 8. Just try to steadily increase it like that. But the last one is breathing, is strain, is just mental fortitude of, okay, can we do the rest? Can we put this to bed? Can we really push out everything, I guess? It's just pretty straightforward. So going for 10, last time we got 9, so really wanting to go for 10, really wanting to give everything into it and kind of make it more equal to the other reps in the workout, in this part of the workout, in the movement, I should say, not workout. Yeah, one more, and then we'll get to talking. I can only get 8. Can we get those 2 more? Come on, I want one more good one. I didn't even get up on that one. We can get up. Okay, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's where we call it homies. Now let's see what the rest of the day looks like. All right, post shower, getting everything ready, throwing on deodorant, brushing teeth, brushing hair, getting everything moving and ready for the day. We have an awful lot of studying to do today, which is kind of putting it like lightly. We're in that like home stretch of sorts where everything's kind of winding down, where everything is kind of finalizing. With classes and stuff, I have a bunch of different tests and stuff this week, which I'm just going to meet one at a time, head on as it goes. But lifts will come, you know, just one at a time as things carry on. I kind of am going to go through today, kind of showcase a little bit of what the studying looks like, what everything is going through. I really, I don't know. I really think that today I'll be able to like study really hard for the week to where it doesn't feel like the week is as hard, but at the same time, you know, if it's pure studying today, I don't have a bunch of class. If it's pure studying, it's all up to you, you know? It's all up to that willpower of, like I was talking about earlier. When that willpower is drained, it's hard to keep carrying through. And so that's what separates people, is who can carry through the most, who can really put all their energy forth, and who can really push past that strain. It's really hard for people to build that willpower and build that life they want without like clear cut intentions and goals. I mean, for me, it's easier to get up in the mornings because I'm like, oh, I have YouTube waiting on the side. Or it's easier to get up when it's like, oh, I know some people I know are going to lift. I'll go at night and stuff. It's easier to get up and go to class when I realize, oh, I paid a bunch of money to be here. It kind of is just a given that I'm going to be going at this point. But other people, it's not like that. Other people, it's easy to make an excuse to skip class. It's easy to make an excuse to skip a lift. It's easy just to be stuck in that period of doing nothing, of just being satisfied with, well, not right now. Maybe later, not right now. And I find it in even the little things, like stuff like doing the dishes. I'll put dishes up and I could just wash them immediately. I could just eat food and wash the dishes as soon as they come. But for some reason, there's this inclination with me of I'll get it later. And it doesn't get any easier the more you put it off. I mean, just straight up. There's nothing easier about pulling out the sponge, about pulling out the dish soap and manually just scrubbing, getting as many dry towels as possible and realizing, oh, I'm going to have to throw those in the laundry later and do that. Like doing laundry, doing dishes, doing all the not fun stuff, it doesn't get any easier. So, in my perspective, why don't you just do it now? Why don't you just do it instantaneously? It doesn't have to be this thing that you put off. It doesn't have to be this thing that kind of sits there lying in wait for you. You can just do it instantly. And I know I always feel better when I just go ahead, do the dishes, go ahead, do whatever's lined up for me that day, put that load of laundry in, put all that different stuff in. It still doesn't make it any easier. And it's not going to get easier. You know, people say, oh, it gets easier after a little while to be like waking up early. It gets easier after a little while to be doing the hard things. And that's just the cold reality. It's not any easier. There's not any less or more motivation. It's a hard thing. But when you make it a habit, why people say it gets easier, it becomes more habitual. It becomes more of like a certainty rather than a question. It's not, okay, am I starting my new life tomorrow? It's, all right, let's wake up early again because I did it yesterday and the day before and before and before. It's social proof. I mean, it's the same thing here on YouTube. You guys click on my videos because you know I'm going to keep uploading stuff. I'm going to keep being consistent. I'm going to keep uploading like great content, at least in my opinion. I feel like it's getting better. I feel like I'm on a roll and I'm uploading good stuff. But like, that's the promise, right? That's the reason you've watched so far all the way to this point, is because you're like, yeah, this guy provides value. This guy's doing the right things. And that becomes the difference maker. That becomes people being like, whoa, look at that dude. Because you're doing the hard things and you're making them habits and you're making them continual. You're continuing that train. And that makes you different than others because not a lot of people want to build trains. A bunch of people want to build like a train car. Not a lot of people want to build trains. So that's the goal for today. Build those trains. And my train is studying. So why don't we see how this studying goes? It is windy outside today. Super freaking windy. Spent the whole of yesterday. I mean, I kind of felt like it was going to be more of a vlog, but there's not a lot of to talk about yesterday. It was mostly just studying, playing video games, working on the channel a little bit, writing some stuff in the library. You know, casual stuff, just kind of progressing forward. I don't really have a huge topic I want to talk about today. I'm just kind of like enjoying everything, enjoying the home stretch of like pushing through with a bunch of my last assessments, with a bunch of my last tests. And yeah, it's just like spring kicking in gives you a whole new life compared to the suckiness, the sadness of winter. It's not really bogging me down as much. It's not getting in my way as much. I have a good lift later on today, but kind of just to end this video, I feel like, yeah, that's just the new feelings that are kind of pushing forward. I'm feeling rejuvenated, I guess is the best word for it. Feeling the new energy, feeling like the stuff that I'm going to be able to start doing is really gonna progress and kind of push things forward in a way that just hasn't been there at other parts of the year, you know, ups and downs and stuff like that. But like the rejuvenation I feel right now, it transitions to something more than just like, oh, I'm going to have a good day, might have 2 or 3 good days in a row. No, it's going to be like good weeks and stuff. We have good progress setting up, and it's not, I'm not feeling those low lows as much, because when the sun is out and you can kind of like get outside and really feel more of just the energy of the world. It helps you progress further and not just feel like a shut-in, just tippity-typing all over the computer. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's necessary sometimes. It's necessary to kind of do that digital kind of progress, but at the same time, I like getting out. I like feeling that energy. I like having stuff to do, like, throughout the days, having different activities and stuff. It's fun. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. More lifts to come, and I'm really excited about what's been going on lately. I'm drafting some new great scripts. I'm having some great lifts planned. Hopefully, I can push even more great mind-melting content out into the future. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.